Actually, there's not much to introduce learned speaker, but she's a very good motivational, is a good knowledge of exercise and nutrition, and good. I've done a number of workshops in universities and privately and all that. So I won't take much time. She has everything on a video on a YouTube. So let's have a look at what she's going to say. Where are the doctors to that?
आप कैसी हैं? So मुझे इधर आके खुशी हुई.
Microphone is in your hand.
So let's do the like. So hello. It is my great honor to be here. Thank you so much for the introduction and invitation, Dr. Salim, and finding me on Facebook and hooking all that together. And I'm here today to bring you something that may be interesting, as we were speaking with Dr. Salim, which is the best thing what I can bring you here today out of all the series of things what I could bring. So we thought that this would be a good start. And before I get started, I would like to introduce myself using technology within 2 minutes. So if that is okay with you, then I will just play that little video. Is that okay? I think I gotta go to school for this. Anybody on YouTube can give me a course on how to drive a donkey? Oh, it's going! It's going! Oh, okay. Come on, donkey. Sneeze fast. Oh, yeah! I never imagined living in Pakistan and a Facebook friend made that happen to me. I have always enjoyed challenges in my life, but I realized that life without meaning isn't life at all. I help people today to make changes in their lives, hence building a new generation. So I'm helping here to build health and lifestyle, bring lifestyle for alternative treatment for doctors, and establishing sporting culture. Secondly, working on coaching and inspiration. I conduct corporate trainings to build strong human value-based team into organizations for superior management, and largely I run public events at universities and youth programs inspiring students to break their fears and to be the entrepreneurs of their lives. The third area is hypergrowth through social media. This includes bringing mobile technology into education and public health and helping people to be micro-entrepreneurs. SuperTech Foundation is the key sponsor of my work, and I'm working with them eradicating poverty and educating people all around Pakistan. I feel blessed that all my education, PhD, doctorate, master's degrees, NLP coachings are at work here. And yes, Hungarian-born, university-educated girl living in Asia now, and who is glad to contribute to society on a level she never imagined before, and working for humanity. So, thank you, Pakistan. That was me. So I do a few things here, and thank you for mantu.com to make this wonderful presentation for me to introduce myself in a much different way as I could ever do in words. So I'm here today and to bring you something interesting, and hopefully in the end you will get something out of it. And first of all, I'd like to ask the question. If I ask you, what does it mean for you, sunset or sunrise? If you look at the picture, what do you think it could be happening on this picture?
Rising sun.
I don't know. What do you see in there? Rising sun or setting sun?
Rising sun.
Rising sun. You see rising sun. Anybody else would think differently? sunrise? Sunrise. Could it be both? Could it be both? 50-50?
No.
No? Can be only sunrise.
Happiness.
Very good. So what I need actually is to bring a tricky title for something which is called, for the mind, is illusion. So I like to play another video for you, and what I like to ask you is please just watch the video and allow your eyes to watch and see everything what you can see and note it. So here we go. See the face? Or Don Quixote on the horse? You see I have the face lying down on the floor, or people sitting around the big bump? Where is up and where is down? See an old man or an Indian head? Which circle is bigger in the middle, left or right? A musician or a girl's face? Allow your eye to see everything your eyes want to see. A skull or a couple? Keep shifting your focus. A duck head or a rabbit? A skull again or a couple in a car? Who is painting who? An elderly couple or Mexican musicians? How many legs? Where is left, right, or up and down? Again, do you see a face or a people? Old woman or a young girl? And then again, up or down, where is it? How many counts? Keep shifting your eye actively and see everything. Looking at the middle dot. So, what do you think? How could that happen that you could see so many things? How could that happen? How could that happen? How could that happen that you could see this and that, and you were able to see this and that, and you were able to shift your eyes and see both? Vision? What could make it happen that you can do that? The mind. The mind is a very powerful thing to work with. So, everyone knows that I bug your brain. I bug your brain and I bug your mind. And you have to excuse me for that, because for me to deliver something of a message, I have to actually push your brain a little bit to get it to see. What do you see? A bottle and
Is he imagining after taking the bottle, finishing the bottle?
I don't know. What do you see? It's a bottle, and what's inside the bottle? What inside the bottle? Go ahead, you can say everything here. It's a big forum, right? We are adults. A couple. Thank you so much. Now, anybody can see 9 dolphins? 9 dolphins. Because guess what? Children under 8 years of age, they only see 9 dolphins. Now, have a look where the 9 dolphins could be. Just where your eye has to shift in order to see 9 dolphins. Anybody can see? Can you see? Could you come out? Please. So I'm going to give you here the mouse on the touchpad. So show everyone, because it's too high probably to reach, but here is the touchpad. Here. So as you move here, so show. We go back. Here you go. You can come over here. Step.
One is here, and this is detail of the. This is the tail.
Just touch this side of the touchpad. Okay, show that. Great.
This is
One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, do you see now where you have to watch? You have to see the dark spots. You were watching the white spots. So, that's an interesting thing what the brain can actually do now. How do you think it's possible that kids can only see dolphins and you see a couple in a bottle? What happened to you? What happened to you from 8 years of age? What happened to you? Experience happened to you.
They don't have the image of the couple.
Right. So their mind is pure. Right? So now let's hold on to that. That's something very important to discuss. So basically, I can ask the questions from you that what has the wind so far piled up for you in your life? I don't know, because I don't know you. And any one of the questions I'm going to ask basically going to be a question to you to answer to your own self. If you would like to answer, is great. If not, just answer basically just to yourself, because you know what they say, that the only person you can lie to is who? Yourself, right? So basically we're talking about you here, and I don't know out of this what you had in your life, but basically what are these pictures representing? In one common word.
Pain.
Pain. Great. So we would say that these all are representing pain. Okay. So now, what about here? How would people feel being in any one of these pictures? Pain. So would you agree that these pictures are just as much as the same as the previous? Right. Now, let me just tell you a little story about that guy with the gun. Now, this guy over here. Now, he goes into an auditorium and he kills 300 people, all in one, goes home, turns on the DVD, puts his favorite movie on, puts his feet up, takes popcorn out, watches movie, calls bossy, job done, hangs up the phone. Whose pain was that? Whose pain was that?
What you explained just now, I couldn't get it.
Okay, the guy with the gun
Yes.
goes into an auditorium, comes in here, kills everyone, goes home, sits in front of his TV, turns his VCR on or DVD, watches his favorite movie, takes his popcorn, eats, calls his boss and says, job done. Hangs up the phone and watches his movie happily. Whose pain was that, what he just did?
He was holding the hostages. It was while he was inside.
Whose pain was that? Who was hurting? Was he?
What?
His boss was hurting, his boss gave him the job to do that. So his boss is happy, so?
People who died and the relatives.
And the relatives. Very good. So basically, how is it possible that someone can do that? How do you think it's possible? Mindset. Now, do you know that if you were conditioned the same way as this guy been conditioned, you would be him. So now put your two hands together and say a big thank you to your Almighty that it wasn't you. And with this little message, the only thing I would like to deliver is that how important it is, and not just your responsibility, is your duty to screen out what comes in here and what comes into other people's head, what you are delivering. Because that's what happens. So, anyway, I'm not happy your thoughts on that. I just want to bring you a little more pain, because everyone calls me on my middle name as Panadol, because I do pain management, and that is called emotional pain management. Seriously, because if you don't understand your pain, you don't know you are in pain. So you have to know that you are in pain. You have to admit that. You can only realize that what is that. So basically what we realize that people, so far, causing themselves their own pain because they grow up with the mindset that they feel hopeless, helpless, and worthless, undeserving. Now, how many of you, I don't know, has been brought up with this mindset? Maybe none of you, I don't know. How many of you know in your circle who are like this and living in a self-limitation, self-imposed pain?